In this video, I will try to break down why you should move to ADLS Gen 2 because Azure has officially killed ADLS, which is Data Lake Generation 1. And there's a lot of advantage for you to move from ADLS Gen 1 to Gen 2. And it is deprecated, and I will tell you what are the things you are supposed to do to migrate and what are the advantage you will get in this video. Stay tuned. We all know that ADLS, which is Azure Data Lake Storage, is one of the most powerful tool for big data processing, right? But if you are using Synapse, Databricks or Spark, Microsoft is literally pushing you to make the shift from Generation 1 to Generation 2. First, we'll understand why Generation 1 was deprecated in the first place. Point one is this Generation 1, Data Lake Generation 1 had a separate infrastructure which made it had an independent infrastructure which made it extremely expensive. This is the point one, why it is deprecated. Point two, it is not flexible. It is not built on top of blob storage. So it has no blob storage. You cannot store unstructured data like images or video in it. Unlike you can do these things in Generation 2. This is the second point. Operations like renaming, moving and deleting were not smooth in this Generation 1. These things were not smooth. These things were really slow in Generation 1. This is poor performance. It lacked full support for Synapse, Power BI and Databricks. It has lack of integration, which is not the case with Generation 2. Private endpoint or advanced encryption were not supported in Generation 1, which made it a not too good thing for security, and all these things are supported in Generation 2. Now what makes Generation 2 better? Now Generation 2 is built on top of blob storage, so you can store, like I said, Generation 1 was not built on top of storage. That simply applies to Generation 2 would be built on top of blob storage, right? So you can store all the images, videos and unstructured data in it. Now it has hierarchical namespace. What does that mean? That means faster renaming, moving and all this operation are way faster in ADLS Gen 2, unlike S3 or Generation 1, right? Amazon S3 is also not hierarchical namespace. That also a flat file system. So this hierarchical namespace system allows you to maintain directories and folders and all those things, unlike storing everything in one place. It has better performance. Generation 2 has better performance for Spark, Hadoop and all these things because it is better for like big data, better performance with those things. Private inbox, RBAC, ACLs, manage encryption, all these things make Generation 2 a better security thing. Right? These were not available in Generation 1. It's cheaper and faster. It reduces both API calls and storage cost. API calls are also cheaper and storage costs are also cheaper. Now I will talk about the migration steps. First step would be to check all the dependencies of your current data. That would be the first step. Check all the dependencies. Use Azure Data Lake migration tool or Azure Storage Explorer. These tools can be used for migration purpose. This would be the second step. Now, everything should point to ADLS Gen 2. Now update it to point to ADLS Generation 2 endpoints. This would be the next step. Last step would be optimize the format. Parquet and Avro are preferred format in Generation 2. This would be like make things faster. So do that. So now you know why Generation 1 was deprecated and Generation 2 is better. If you are still using Generation 1, it's time to migrate to Generation 2. Thank you so much. I hope some of you might find this video very helpful and you might click on the click on the link in the comment section and buy me a coffee. That would be really helpful. Thank you so much, because I'm utilizing my time and effort, right? So I expect something in return. Thank you so much.